Okay, so previously we looked at euro dollar, we took this buy, for the euro dollar. We got out of that for a small profit. That's no longer the trade, ended up being a bit more complex than we thought. Euro New Zealand, we identified this potential that did not pan out. Uh, we're watching something else there. New Zealand dollar. This also turned out to be something not what we quite were thinking, so we got out of that around this level. I think for small loss, got out of that when we saw the strength of that move. Um, yeah, so I think I'm shifting to a more longer term view because watching the 4-hour chart every day is not feasible actually. So I'll be moving over, I think, to the daily charts, and I'll start executing trades on the daily charts. Um, so we identified this a while ago. On the 4-hour chart, you can see this flat structure which seems to be developing. We wanted to get in there, but we sort of missed that because that happened. We just weren't watching the charts frequently enough. So on the daily, we've got this flat 1, 2, 3. We're on our way up. Our strategy says that a break above the stop confirms the structure and we can buy there. So we've got a buy order at this level which will be executed, and that is what's happening on euro pound, euro New Zealand. We are anticipating. So if we look at the weekly, we have completed this running flat that we've identified. Uh, well, technically we don't know if it's completed yet, but if this is the impulse to start the upward movement, then we anticipate a structure like this, and we are watching that. This is on the daily, so on the daily we're waiting for this to come back down to this level. Because we've broken this top, we don't need to break this low, but we'll watch for a pattern here. Once we break the top of that pattern, we can get into that buy. We'll have a buy order at the top there once we've determined that that's a valid structure. Euro dollar. Euro dollar is at a very significant point at the bottom here. We came back down to sort of test that low. Are we going up from here? That's the question. So what we're looking at is something like this, right? A running flat, hopefully, or yeah. So that's what we're watching. It's not as obvious what's happening, but we're looking at something like that, and that, right? There you go. There you go. There you go. So that's what we're looking at. First step is to find our retracement down here. Once we break the stop, uh, considering if we see a valid structure and we break the stop, we'll get into the buy there. That up there. Last one, dollar CAD. This is a good structure. Look at the weekly, right? This is perfect. Look at this, perfect. So you've got your impulse, 1, 2, 3, your correction. You're gonna get your next impulse. So our strategy is to now got this impulse, we've got this correction. Our next impulse is going to start, and it has already started as far as we can tell. This is our impulse. It almost broke the stop. We started retracing. We've got a good retracement over there, and we've got a buy order here. So once we break the stop, once we reach that price level, then we'll be in a buy. So these will be much longer term trades. I think it's more suitable for my current situation, and I'll be able to monitor it at the end of every day at least. So those are the trades we're considering at the moment, based more on the daily chart.